Question number 8. Order. Order. Question number 8. Catherine Delahunty.
Tēnā koe, Mr Speaker. Kia ora koutou katoa. To the Minister of Education, how many schools in Aotearoa, including state and special schools, have seclusion rooms?
The Honourable Hekia Parata.
Tēnā koe, Mr
Tēnā
Speaker.
koe.
Mr Speaker, the Ministry has advised me that of the 64 special schools, 8 have seclusion rooms. Given the 2 complaints I was made aware of, one of which was Miramar Central School, the other of which is the subject of a police complaint, I directed the Ministry to urgently survey all schools to establish whether any other schools have such rooms. That process is not yet complete. I have made it clear that seclusion is an unacceptable practice, and a working group from the sector has been developing guidelines on better restraint and behaviour management practices, which are shortly to be published.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Catherine Delahunty.
Given that the Minister has known about the usage of a seclusion room at Miramar Central School since July 28th, why was the room still being used up to September 20?
The Honourable Hekia Parata.
Mr Speaker, when the Ministry advised me that a complaint had been made, they also advised me that they had commissioned an independent review to gather the facts about the situation in order that action could be taken.
Point of order, Mr Speaker.
Point of order, Catherine Delahunty.
I seek leave to table an answer to a written question that shows that the Minister has been aware of the issue.
All written questions are published already for members.
From last night?
They're all available for members. They've only got to go.
All right.
Sorry, I just need to check. It's not one that's been issued to the member and it's within the 3-day period, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, then I do apologise. On that basis, I will put the leave. It may be informative to members. Leave us sought to table the answer to a written question that has not yet been published to all members. Is there any objection to that course of action? There is none.
Supplementary.
It can be tabled.
Thank you.
Supplementary question, Catherine Delahunty.
Supplementary. Given that she has described seclusion rooms as intolerable, why has the Ministry been working on unenforceable guidelines for at least the last 18 months?
The Honourable Hekia Parata.
Mr Speaker, the sector wanted to take the approach of how do they improve the professional practice of schools, given that they have been working to eliminate this process of the confusion between time-out for restraint and seclusion. And because boards are required under the National Administration Guidance number 5 to provide a safe physical and emotional environment for students, it was expected that these guidelines would assist boards to carry out the responsibility they already have.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Catherine Delahunty.
Will the Minister...
Order. We need to be able to hear the question. Catherine Delahunty.
Does the Minister believe it is lawful... Does the Minister believe it is lawful under health and safety laws to have a locked room with no means of escape during an emergency in school buildings?
The Honourable Hekia Parata.
Mr Speaker, it's not a matter of belief, it's a matter of fact. It is unacceptable, and there are cases in regards to laws amongst our 2,500 schools where they fall foul of them. This is absolutely an instance of it. It is unacceptable.
Awful either. Why don't you do something? Supplementary.
Order. If the member has further questions, she rises to her feet, she calls for supplementary. I'll give her the opportunity, but she doesn't need to engage in a conversation. Does the member have a further...
I have a further supplementary.
Then we'll hear it. Supplementary question, Catherine Delahunty.
Will the Minister immediately decommission all seclusion rooms in all schools in Aotearoa as requested by the Children's Commissioner?
The Honourable Hiki Parata.
Mr Speaker, the point I have been making is that that is already the case. However, the school and the other schools that have them have fallen foul of existing requirements. So now we're focusing on how to help them understand what their responsibilities are and how to ensure that where there are children who do have extreme behaviour, who may either hurt themselves or other children or other adults, that there is appropriate behaviour management in those circumstances, and seclusion rooms are not part of those options.